Good morning students. In this video lecture we will study the different examples of second order reaction. In the last lecture we have studied the different characteristics of second order reaction. In that we have studied the nature of graph for the second order reaction, half-life of second order reaction and unit for second order reaction. So for first example for the second order reaction is thermal decomposition of acetaldehyde. So reaction is twice CH3 CHO gives twice CH4 plus twice CO. So this reaction is accompanied with increase in pressure. Reaction is accompanied with increase in pressure. Increase in pressure. So increase in pressure due to increase in number of moles, due to increase in number of moles, because here only two reactant molecules of acetaldehyde are present, but in the product two molecules of methane plus two molecules of carbon monoxide get formed. Therefore the reaction is accompanied with increase in pressure due to increase in number of mole. So the reaction is followed by followed by measuring the pressure, because pressure get changes, therefore reaction is followed by measuring the pressure. So if pi is the initial pressure of acetaldehyde x is the decrease in the pressure of acetaldehyde of acetaldehyde, and pi minus x is the pressure of acetaldehyde at time t. So let us consider total pressure at time t. If we consider total pressure at time t, how it can be given? Total pressure at time t can be given by P is equal to pressure of acetaldehyde, that is reactant, plus pressure of product. Which products are formed? Pressure of methane plus pressure of carbon monoxide, and here pressure of acetaldehyde is the pi minus x. Therefore pi minus x, and pressure of methane and pressure of carbon monoxide is the x. So this x gets cancelled, therefore P is equal to pi minus x. Therefore x is equal to, how we can write x is equal to P minus pi. And according to second order equation, what is the equation of second order? Second order equation, K2 is equal to x upon AT into a minus x. This was the equation 1. We have already studied that equation, K2 is equal to x upon AT into a minus x. Here a minus x is the, what was the a minus x? A minus x was the unreacted concentration of acetaldehyde. So here unreacted concentration of acetaldehyde can be written as pi minus x, that is pressure of the acetaldehyde at time t. So it is in terms of pressure, concentration is expressed in terms of pressure, it is given by pi minus x, and A is equal to pi. A is the initial concentration and pi is the initial pressure, So this equation 1 can be changes to equation 1 becomes, how it changes? Becomes K2 is equal to x upon A. What is A? A is the pi into T into what is A minus X? A minus X is equal to Pi minus X. Pi minus X. This is equation A. This is equation A. So this is the required equation for the decomposition of acetaldehyde. Here Pi is the initial pressure and Pi minus X. Pi is the initial pressure of acetaldehyde and Pi minus X is the pressure of acetaldehyde at time t. Next we will study the second example, that is hydrolysis of ethyl acetate. Second example is the hydrolysis of ethyl acetate. Hydrolysis of ethyl acetate. So what is the reaction of hydrolysis of ethyl acetate? It is the CH3COO C2H5 plus NaOH. Here two different reactant molecules are involved. It gives CH3COONa plus C2H5OH. Here sodium salt of acetic acid is formed and here ethanol is formed, and here 2 moles of reactant molecules are involved. We have already studied the reaction having unequal concentration. So what was the equation for the second order? For unequal initial concentration, K2 is equal to 2.303 divided by T into A minus B into log of B into A minus X, B into A minus X divided by A into B minus X. That equation we have already studied in the last lecture. So this was the 2 example for the second order reaction. First was the thermal decomposition of acetaldehyde and second one was the hydrolysis of ethyl acetate. Now we will study the different methods to determine order of a reaction, order of chemical reaction, order of chemical reaction. So first method is the integrated rate equation method. Integrated rate equation method. Integrated rate equation method. So this is one of the important point, that in this we will study the how we can determine order of any chemical reaction. So first one is the integrated rate equation method. In this method, what we can do, the concentration of reactant and product are obtained at different time intervals, time intervals during the course of reaction, during the course of reaction, and the concentration data are substituted in, various integrated equations of first, second and third order, first, second and third order reaction. We have put the various integrated rate equation for first, second and third order reaction, and the value of rate constant is obtained from these equations are the value of rate constant obtained from that equation are nearly constant, because K is the rate constant. Therefore value of rate constant, that is K, is nearly constant for all concentration. Therefore, if the different concentrations are there, and if we put the different concentration and time in the first order reaction equation, or second order reaction equation, or third order reaction equation, and we got the value of K same or nearly constant, so we can determine determine the order of that reaction, order of that reaction order of that reaction. So how we can obtain that order of that reaction? Consider a reaction CH3CHO. Twice CH3CHO gives twice CH4 plus twice CO molecule. In this reaction, if the concentration and time is given at different concentration, 0.2 liter, zero 0.4, 0.4, 0.6, different concentrations are given at time 10, 20 and 30. And if we put these two values, this concentration and this time, this concentration, that is A minus X, and this time T, in, as suppose example of first order equation. First order equation is K is equal to 2.303 upon T log of A upon A minus X. Here if we put for first case, for concentration 0.2 and 10, so here time is 10 minutes and concentration is A minus X, that is 0.6. So therefore, if the values of K for 10, 20, 30 minutes will be, if the value is same, means if the value for K for K10, K10 nearly equal to K20, nearly equal to K30, means it indicates that this reaction is of second order, this reaction is of first order, because the value of K here we obtain is the constant for 10 minute, 20 minute, 30 minute, that is 0.2, 0.4, 0.6 for this concentration, and for this time the value of K is constant. Therefore we can say that the reaction is of first order. If the values are not same, these values are not same, then we put the same values of concentration and time in second order equation, and we check the value of K is constant or not. If in the second order equation the value of K is constant, then we can say that the reaction is second order reaction. If in the second order reaction the values of K for 10, 20, 30 are different, then also we can put the values in third order equation also. And if the in the third order equation we can also put the values and determine how the reaction order is first order or second order or third order reaction. So here if we consider the value of 10, 20 and if we calculate the value of K10, K20 and K30, then we can say that reaction is the first order reaction. So here in